Ignacio, the stage is yours to talk a little bit more about the digitalization roadmap and what you're doing in this regard.
Thank you. So I will switch to English. I didn't have time to learn Estonian. A little bit of my background. I'm engineer and I come from the smart city sector, working on the European funding for more than 15 years. I represent Serendipity, a Dutch small company, and we got the assignment from the European Commission not only to promote these events in the 27 member states, but also to help 150 cities to develop the roadmap and to come up with a methodology that can help. So a little bit of context, no? So Lordimas, right now, I didn't understand everything what Martin was explaining, but I kind of know already the storytelling. But Lordimas is evaluating 7 dimensions, right? Lordimas right now is being used to give access to, to give access to funding, for example, the European data space pilots. Lordimas was one of the requirements. You might have seen as well that there were a lot of responses from Portugal because they are using Lordimas also to set up the national strategy. So it's a framework, basically, to being able to monitor what is the maturity level at European. Thank you, Chris. Okay. The European Commission thought, and we also have Helen at the beginning, no? She was mentioning that there are different maturity levels in Europe and how we can help cities, communities to not only monitor the digital maturity, but also to help them to get access to the technology. And when we talk about getting access to the technology, we talk about procurement. We live right now in a period where technology is evolving very fast. All the regulations are changing almost every year, every 6 months. No, we see it now, right now, with all the generative artificial intelligence and how fast it is moving. Not only that, also regulations. And when it comes to regulations, when it comes to interoperability, they recognize that there is a lot to do. And cities and communities, you have a key role on ensuring that all the services that are procured at municipal level are compliant with all those regulations. So they decided to invest in one initiative. It's the online procurement help desk. It is an online service, so it's right now running for 1.5 years. It's ending in August 2025. And we are supporting 150 cities in Europe to move forward. So not only Lordimas, it's a full journey because digitalization is a journey. It's not a picture of today. It's a common progress during the time. So this tool is being made to build a European framework to monitor and to help cities to move forward towards procurement of in the roadmaps, the digital roadmap. So it's not only a self-assessment tool, it is also a guided experience. So the cities that are part of it, they are getting access to a city guiding agent. You saw at the beginning some logos like Deloitte, Capgemini, Intelera, so the big consultancies. So they are guiding the cities through the whole journey. So you can do Lordimas by your own. It's a self-assessment, so you don't need probably any support on that. But for a full experience that we are proposing, you will have an expert that will work with you. So the first step is to have a one-to-one session, kickoff activity to explain what is the initiative, what is the goal, and what are the steps. We define 6 steps. The second one is Lordimas. Martin has been talking about it. So for us, Lordimas is like the first step. No, what is the digital maturity? And on top of this, we are going to support you to develop 2 more assessments. The strategy assessment is why do you need the local digital platforms? Why are you looking into monitor data? Why do you need, what are the services that you want to prioritize to your citizens? It is environment, it is mobility, it is depending on your strategy. The fourth one is the IT. This is the most difficult one. So it's going really deep dive into what technology, what infrastructure is already available in your cities and communities to have an understanding on what are the gaps and what are the needs. So with the three assessments, so Lordimas, strategy, and IT, the city guardian agents, they develop a digitalization roadmap. This is a document of around 70 pages that give an overview of the 6 next years on what are the next steps for your city to move forward towards your digital platforms. And not only that, once you have the roadmap, you are able to also analyze what are the procurement needs, and we are providing procurement support and procurement templates. And I will go through it now, step by step. So this is the front end. So any city representative from your organization can log in. You have the different steps, so Lordimas, strategy, and IT, and then you have all the support. Everything is online, and this is the result, okay? We have Andres here as well that I will ask you later some questions because Tallinn already went through it. But most important is that you get an overview for the next 6 years on what are the priorities. It's very important to understand that there are 3 phases. The first one is the foundation, right? Without, for example, we were talking about data governance and data infrastructure, no? So if you don't have data governance, you cannot build services on top of it, no? So there are several aspects, digital strategy, governance, reference architecture, device management, IoT, right? Integration, interoperability, that is a must right now, and it will become compulsory in the next years through an European initiative as well. We have data and then all the infrastructure like storage, compute, network, and security, no? Once you have the foundation, you can go to the growth. You can build your digital platforms. And then the third phase is to provide the experience to the citizens, to the civil servants, all the use cases that you want to build on top. For each of these initiatives, you receive a description. And the most important thing, and I will go here, is you get access to what are the procurement objects, no? If we talk, for example, about sensors, you need to have not only the sensors, the IoT devices, but also you have to have an IoT platform. And these procurement objects come with support. The support is done in 3 different ways. First of all, you have the city guardian agent that will respond to specific questions that you have to help you to develop the next steps. Also, you have access to procurement experts from consultancy companies that can help you also to understand what are the needs and what are the specific steps that you need to take. And this is the third one. So the European Commission have developed during the last 2 years procurement templates to support you to be compliant with all the European regulations, because they understand that it's very difficult to have a common overview of both national regulations but also European regulations, right? So these procurement templates have detailed tender specifications, so the scope and description of the procurement, general tendering and evaluation award, but also the technical specifications. This is very important. So compliance checks, technical functional requirements, and the MIMs, the minimal interoperability mechanism. So this, Ralph, I think he spoke about it a little bit. So you have already all the specifications for the different elements that you are procuring. And not only that, also procurement guidelines. So how to move forward from the identification of the procurement need towards the evaluation and award, and also where you can find funding and finance it at the European level. These templates are not only available on the procurement help desk, they are also available in Living in You for everyone. So we have some success cases already. This a little bit, because this is the 23rd event we do, so we have been able to share experience from several cities. This experience that was done already with more than 105 cities, so we still have, we can service 20 to 30 cities more in Europe until August. It really helped cities to identify gaps for the digital strategy towards 2030 or in the period that you are currently now. It also, with the roadmap, they were able to come to the decision maker and say, okay, these are our gaps and we need investment and we need to increase the investment in digitalization. There is a very good example of one small community in South Spain. They had an overall budget for 2025 of $500,000, and they presented the roadmap and they increased it to more than 1 million, just presenting where were the gaps, no? And also they highlight that they don't have a global overview of European regulations and compliance. So this documentation helped them to have a common understanding and clear guidance on how to move forward. They also evaluated very well the external assistance. So having someone from an external team to go together with you through the whole journey helped them to understand where were the weak points, where there need to be more investment, where are the maturity levels and the gaps that they need to fulfill. As I told you, more than 105 cities already completed the journey. So we have a lot of samples and testimonials, but we have Andres here as well. So I will invite you to come here with me so I can make, because I think it's more important to understand both what is it's a lot of work. So on average, it's between 2 and 4 days dedication with a multidisciplinary team. That's the most difficult and challenging part. No, we are not looking into specific projects on mobility. We are looking at municipal level as a strategy. No, and so the first question is how much time did it take to you, to your organization, to Tallinn in this case, to complete the full journey?
Yeah. Okay, good question. And I understood I can answer in Estonian.
Exactly.
Yeah, thanks. That's great. A lot easier, I believe. Aja küsimus. See on hea point jah, et esialgu ega see jõudis ka meie lauale niimoodi, et me ei tajunud kohe ära, et üks küsitlus, see tuleb mingisugune vastus selle küsitluse alusel ja küsitlusi tuleb ju kogu aeg, täidad ära, mingisugused lahtritesse paned mingi info ja vaatab, mis saab. Siin selle küsitluse puhul või selle hindamise siis ankeetide täitmise puhul tegelikult tasub kohe ette arvestada, et natuke rohkem aega võtta. Arvestada sellega, et kui tahta tõesti seda sisukalt teha, sellepärast et lõpuks me tegelikult saime ikkagi sellest positiivse kogemuse ja saime sellise peegelduse või tagasivaate nendele asjadele, mis meil tegelikkuses praegu linnas, vähemalt selle seltskonna, kellega koos me seda tegime, hinnang võiks olla. Aga kindlasti jah, et you mentioned that 2 to 4 days is approximately what you're expecting should be invested. I believe that maybe even a little bit more, maybe and it doesn't have to happen in like 4 days in a row, but it takes like a couple of weeks or maybe a month, and that's fine as well. Right.
We have examples from small municipalities that this small municipality in Spain, the IT team is 2 people. So for them it was like very fast to do it, like in 2 days or 1 day they could complete everything. But we understand for larger teams, when you have to bring together different departments and different experts, that's when it's more complicated. And the average is around 1 month. So we say 2 to 4 days, but in total is the number of hours at the end is 16 to 32 hours, basically, in total. And the second question or experience is once you received the roadmap, no? So what was the value? Did you find any gaps that you were not aware, or did it help you to reinforce some of your strategies?
Jaa, just, et kui palju me saame öelda, ütleks niimoodi, et me ei saa öelda, et meil oleks täna selle programmi läbimisest suuri võite olnud. Et esiteks on see, et tõepoolest meie need ootused või selline eelarvamus, et mis see on, oli natuke erinev. Oleks pidanud kindlasti kaasama sinna ka ikkagi strateegilise tasandi otsustajaid rohkem ja ka kindlasti laiemalt organisatsioonis kaasama. Ja seetõttu ta võib-olla ei andnud nii palju seda tagasisidet ja lisaks on see, et Tallinna ise on ju praegu jõudmas sinna digistrateegia kokkuleppimise etappi siis. Ja see konkreetne selline analüüs selle ankeetide alusel ja on hea selleks stardipunktiks ka võib-olla läbi teha, kui hakata strateegiat, oma praegust digistrateegiat looma või lahti võtma. Jah, aga et seal on olemas metoodika, mille alusel seda teha, et mis kindlasti aitab ja toetab. Nii et jah, üldiselt vähemalt nii palju sellest kindlasti on kasu, et iseenda tegevustele või oma hetke staatusele, kus ollakse, saada selline hinnang läbi siis, või metoodiliselt saada hinnang, mitte et sellise kõhutunde pealt panna.
I hope you say good things about it.
Only good things. I try to be a little bit honest as well here.
Sure.
Just not to take it too easily, because if you want to have good results, then you have to invest your effort in the...
And maybe last question. So we have Tallinn, of course, you completed already all the steps. You are working... you didn't use, for example, the procurement support, but you were thinking about it. So you can use it until the end of August. But also Tartu is already onboarded. So they are doing all the assessments right now. And also we have Boru and Kotaljarve that are starting. No? So I want to extend the invite because this is free of charge until June. To join. So you have here a QR code to show your interest. It's a form, you complete it. So any last word to invite cities and municipalities to get advantage of this free service?
Kokkuvõtteks ongi see, et soovitame omalt poolt ja lihtsalt arvestada, et natuke varuda aega ja kindlasti õiged inimesed punti saada, siis usume küll, et see loob sellist väärtust, nagu see mõeldud on.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And all the information is available in Living in EU, the community that Martin was also mentioning, also Helen. So everything is published under Living in EU. Also, you have access to all the procurement templates. There are procurement templates for data platforms, IoT devices, artificial intelligence solutions. So if you are already on the next steps to procure solutions in this sense, take a look because they are free. They're available to all of you. And you have already compiled a lot of information that will save a lot of time and money. And you are welcome to join the online procurement help desk during the next 2-3 months. And hopefully the service will continue in time, but this will be taken by the European Commission from September on. Yeah. So we are around here. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Thank you, Ignacio. Küsimusi hetkel Ignaciole või ka tegelikult Andresele selle kogemuse najal veel? Yes.
How difficult or how easy it was to gather the information to evaluate by this questionnaire?
Yeah, As I said, As I said at first, we didn't understood right away how detailed, how much information we need, and maybe we didn't reserve as much time as it should be reserved for that kind of meaningful, valuable outcome from this. But at the end, I guess the entire process was delayed a bit because we started at first, then we came back, understood that it wasn't just filling out one questionnaire and that's it, but it does need a little bit more information. But at the end, I'd say it's not a painful process.
Yes, thank you. And one question for you also. May I ask, do you have some possibilities to adapt this questionnaire in country-specific ways, like especially for Estonia or another country, or it's a standard?
It is a standard at the moment. Why this approach was taken, because we understand there is also local national contests that need to be taken. Maybe for the next step, because this was a pilot with 150 cities, for the next step, one of the proposals we are doing to the European Commission is also to have, for example, local city guiding agents. So they can have a common understanding of what are the local needs. Also good to understand is that it's the first time. So Lordimas is one step where you gather data in a standardized way, but this is even going further. So we are gathering the same data from different cities and municipalities. And think about the value of that. Think about joint procurement. So if we identify that in different municipalities in Estonia, there is a need for deployment of 5G, there are entities that can do, or you can get together and say, okay, let's procure it jointly, so we will save time and money, right? Or what about setting up digital strategies at national level or European level, no? Instead maybe of investing in digital twins that maybe is far away from the reality from small municipalities, we can say, okay, let's invest more on the deployment of data platforms, because this is the real need from small municipalities and rural communities, for example, no? So there is a value of having this at European level in a standardized way.
Maybe I can ask a follow-up question actually to you, because you're also connected to the model that is being developed here in Estonia. Asking in English because I think it's relevant also for our international colleagues here. To what extent you see that there are certain parts that could be actually aligned? Because in the end, when some of the cities and municipalities actually start to fill in one of them, and actually have interest also in the international one to get to benchmark themselves with others, you don't want to reinvest the whole time. So it would be great to also have some parts that at least you can reuse. Any kind of possibility for that kind of alignment also, because I understand the work is ongoing still.
Yes, the work is right now is ongoing, but we are going to finish this project, I think, by the end of June. And there will be still some time when we are going to take an overlook of it. And then I think they are going to be available, yes. And we would be very happy to share our experience. And if someone wants to pilot, we would be very happy about it. Please contact with us and we would be happy to share.
Very good.
But yeah, I acknowledge there are many different assessments. And if you, as a municipality, you know, if I get requests or access to, I don't know, 20 different assessments, which one should I do, right? So I think the proper answer to that question is it depends on your goal, right? It depends on where you're looking towards and the result that you're getting, no? In this case, this is more related to procurement. Maybe in your case, it's more related to strategy. I don't really have the details, but I think every assessment has different goals. And instead of answering all of them, you might need to prioritize which ones are the short-term needs of the city community, right?
Yeah, Yes, our model is concentrated for data. Yes, it's our main goal. And I think probably this one is a little bit different because you have a lot of different aspects. You have more aspects.
So is the one that we saw on the presentation before? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a little bit, it's a deep dive in data. We have some of the questions are similar, but not all of them, because we are looking in a higher level, more strategic point of view. Yeah.
Suur tänu Ignaciole. Nüüd me hakkame liikuma lõunapausile. Utsitan teid siis rääkima nii Maarja kui Ignacioga ja Andresega sellest kogemusest, et saada võib-olla sellest paremat tunnetust, milline on see protsess tõesti, millised on need detailid, mida arvestada ja loomulikult veelgi rohkem rääkida sellest, millised on meie kogemused siin organisatsioonidest, kus me tuleme. Thank you very much, Ignacio, for the presentation.